I'm back with November's flip through of my sort of mini project life book. It's been a good month. So I'm going to start with the bingo card. Managed to cross or colour in two things this month. So the main thing from this month was my trip to Costa Rica. I absolutely loved it, and there'll be some bits in this month's review about it. But yeah, really enjoyed that trip, so tick that one off. And then the other one I've ticked off is I managed to fully fund my emergency fund. Initially, I'd just had the outline coloured in because I had sort of reached the amount that I wanted to get, but I thought that I would have to transfer some money out to sort of subsidise loss of earnings from being away. But I managed to budget quite well, and so I haven't needed to touch anything in this. So I've now coloured it in properly because I've reached my target and I've got enough funds to hopefully fund 3 months of loss of earnings if for whatever reason I cannot work. Obviously, I'm hoping that won't happen. I hope nothing drastic happens that means I have to stop work, or that an emergency comes up that means like I've got a big bill to pay out. I hope nothing like that happens, but it's nice to know that the buffer is there if needed. So yeah, that's been this month. I'm hoping over the next month as well be able to colour off a few more things. So I think considering sort of we're about halfway, well, not even halfway through the sort of year that I'm going to be doing this, it's going okay so far. I still need to find some things to fill in these spaces, but I'm sure I'll come up with something. I've got until July next year to fill that in. So yeah, we will get into the review pages of the month. Okay, so for the sort of theme of the month, it sort of progresses from sort of autumny leaves sort of through to wintry themes. It did seem to just get really cold overnight one day, so yeah, a sort of switch from the autumn theme to the winter theme halfway through. And then there is a travel theme for when I was away, so I used the Echo Park Day in the Life. So this is the number November title page. I quite like that it's sort of yellow. It matches the sort of the leaves. So it's just some random pictures here. So my boyfriend saw this trend on I'll zoom in a little bit. Saw this trend on, I think it was Instagram, where the man jumps and then it looks like the girl's sort of holding him up by around his neck. But yeah, this was our first attempt doing it and it came out really well. And yeah, this is now his screensaver on his phone. So yeah, I just think that's quite a funny picture. And then some family friends came over and we went for a nice little dog walk. So there's the two little doggies just trotting along together. And then this picture, basically, I'm about to expose myself that I still live at home with my mum. But she washed my drinking bottle up one day and she decided to give it a good clean. So she boiled the kettle and poured the water in, and it obviously melted the bottle. She did it accidentally. She didn't sort of think that it was that anything drastic would happen. And yeah, it just melted into this kind of very weird, dodgy shape. Sort of, she left it on the countertop when I came in from work, and I had to do a double take because I thought it was something else. So yeah, that just really made me laugh. And yeah, don't pour boiling water into a plastic bottle. So yeah, that just really made me laugh and was sort of a highlight, or not a highlight, but sort of a funny part of the month. And then moving on, so I was watching a David Attenborough, hang on, let me move this up, a David Attenborough show on animals, and they had, I think it was a jaguar, but my dog was just absolutely transfixed on it. She was just staring at the TV and she would not take her eyes off it. I mean, she'll sit on the sofa, but she doesn't watch the television with us. But yeah, she was just absolutely transfixed, and so I absolutely love that picture. So yeah, I wanted to document that. And then this month, very boring, but it's been part of my everyday life. I've been stuck in so much traffic this month. So this was me on a queue of traffic. It took me 25 minutes just to do about not even half a mile. And there's just been so many road closures, and it's been really depressing. But yeah, that's been life recently. And then, on a nicer note, I went over to my boyfriend's parents with him, and we had a pizza night, and we watched this film called The Penguin Lessons. It's got Steve Coogan in, who I'm not really a big fan of his Alan Partridge character, but really enjoyed this film, and I'd highly recommend it if... Sorry, I accidentally pressed stop recording by mistake. Yeah, highly recommend this film if you get the chance to watch it. So carried on with like an autumn theme here with the acorns, but then I've started sort of merging in like winter themes. So it says baby it's cold outside, and sort of nice cup of tea with a snowflake. So yeah, that's those pages. And then just put a hello winter. So this is from the Winter Wonderland collection by Echo Park. It's sort of, I really like the colours on this. It's all pastel-y blues and greys and pinks. So yeah, it's sort of not Christmas themed. That will be this month. So it's sort of a touch to winter. I cut my hair. Normally my hair was sort of, even though I had a bit lopped off a couple of months ago, it was still sort of touching my shoulders, but I had it really chopped off sort of above my shoulders, mainly because I knew I was going to Costa Rica, where it's supposedly really hot and humid, and it was. So I thought, I don't want to deal with like heavy hot hair, so I just sort of lopped it off, but really like it. And then these are just some sort of odd little bits. I do exam invigilating sort of as like a part-time job, and we had some exams at the school I work at, so I did a couple of weeks of exam invigilating. So that was just one of the profile sheets that we have to fill out each exam. And then these are just some sort of little bits. Every day I do Wordle, and I've got my word that I try every day, which is tried, and that didn't work. And then I tried plank, which had no letters, and so I thought I'd try muggy, and it was that word. So yeah, going from no letters to getting the word, I was quite proud of that. And then I also do a thing called Quiz of the Day, which sort of changes every day. There's 10 different questions, and I got 10 out of 10, which is a very rare occurrence, so decided to document that. And then just got a sticker here. I think this is from like a home collection from Echo Park. I think it's called Good to Be Home, or Gather at Home. And then just like a school one, because I was working at a school and just sort of doing some learning, or doing some quizzes to sort of learn some things. And then this is the travel page. So this is from the Echo Park Let's Take the Trip. So my favourite thing is going to places I've never been to Costa Rica, never been to Central America either. So this was sort of a completely new place. And then I put a little suitcase saying take the trip, and a sticker saying vacation time. So these are just sort of like a collection of all the main things we did. So we did a jungle walk over some hanging bridges, which was really cool. We did a night walk and saw like some really cool frogs. Yeah, the one with the red eyes were really cool. Saw some sloths, which was amazing, and sort of one of our main things we wanted to see. Then we saw the volcano in La Fortuna. So the sky was clear enough to actually be able to almost see the top. Unfortunately, the printer ink started running out of these pictures, and this was a picture of our villa that we stayed in, which was amazing, and just got a little sticker with some keys saying relax and enjoy. So yeah, absolutely love Costa Rica, and I will be doing sort of a proper travel album hopefully in the next month or so. And then we came home, and yeah, spent sort of quite a bit of time sort of at home, didn't really venture out too much the rest of the month. My cousin, who I travel with sort of regularly, she came over. She was home for the weekend. She lives in Winchester, so she popped round, and her and Bree had lots of lovely snuggles. And then when I came back from holiday, had lots of doggy cuddles, which was really nice. And then my partner's still been staying here every so often because of his home situation. There's a problem with the people upstairs in his flat, and he brought his dog around, and so just the two doggies snuggled up. And then just, yeah, one day we had the most amazing sunset. So it's sort of like a purpley sky, and then two strips of orange and a bit of blue. And yeah, the picture doesn't do it justice. It was absolutely beautiful. So yeah, just wanted to document that. And then this is me on a walk. Sort of took my headphones and listened to some music, and with the blue sky, but it was really cold and cozy. So yeah, it was just nice to have some sunshine even though it was cold. And then I've got this Bless This Home. Again, I think this is from the Gather at Home collection, and just another sort of home sticker. And then this washi tape, and the washi tape I've used sort of throughout is from the range, like an autumn theme. And then finally, everyone seemed to be doing Christmas really early. Sort of like middle of November, people were putting their trees up, which, I mean, I love Christmas, but yeah, no, I normally sort of wait till December. So I bought some new Christmas jumpers. There was a sale on in New Look, so I bought a couple of Christmas jumpers. I had a festive donut, which was really nice. And then, so yeah, I've used this from a Christmas collection. So while the main Christmassy stuff will be sort of next month, I just put it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, because yeah, people seem to be really early with their decorations this year. And I started listening to Christmas music. So yeah, it was Michael Bublé's version of It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas that was playing in the car. And went into town to do some Christmas shopping, and we got a pork and stuffing and applesauce roll, which was amazing. Hoping can go back and get another one before Christmas. And then on the last weekend of November, mainly because the last day of November was a weekend, we put some Christmas trees up, and we tried to get a picture of my boyfriend doing a piggyback for me to put the star on, but it went a bit wrong, and yeah, it's not sort of, very Instagram worthy, but it made us laugh. So yeah, that is November. Sort of the main thing was traveling, which was we were only away for a week, but it was sort of the main focus of the month. But it was amazing, and the rest of the month was pretty good too. So that is November, and yeah, really excited to do December. Got some sort of festive plans, and looking forward to hopefully taking a couple of days off over Christmas from work as well, which will be nice. So yeah, thank you very much for watching if you got this far, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!